To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say, end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity have so long life.
You're not doing it right.
Excuse me?
It's not right. To act is to hold a mirror up to nature. You're making a fool out of yourself.
And what would you know of making a fool of yourself? You're the clown.
No. I'm an actor.
I'm John Broadhead. I'm the writer and director of Those That Play Are Clowns, and the founder and one of the producers of Reflection Films.
My name is Connor Henley. I am the concept creator for this film.
I'm Mike Ostrowski, and I'm one of the producers of Reflection Films.
I just wanted to take the time to say how excited I am that something is being done with this story.
The idea for Those That Play Are Clowns initially came up early on in 2011.
I was rooming with John in college. We both graduated about a year ago, and I came up with this story just before graduation.
This one morning, he just came up to me and said, "Hey, John, I've got it. It hit me like a bolt of lightning, and it has to be a movie."
We were both excited about it, but didn't have any time to do something with it.
So Connor and I first discussed his idea, the concept of the clown film, and it had most of the kernels of the story that we're trying to tell. It came out to what could have probably been a 5 to 10 minute film.
About a year later, this past fall, John came to me and he asked for some ideas.
He recently told me, John, go for it, write it, make it into a movie.
I was lazy, so I said, hey, do this one, because you like it, and I like it, and I want to see it on the screen.
So I went ahead and developed it into what's now a 20-page script.
And we're really excited about it. I'm going to be playing the clown, and the reason I'm so excited about this piece is that at the core of it, it's about how people sabotage themselves.
Really, the more and more that we went into the story, the more that we discovered was there to tell about this character. It's a very, very character-driven plot.
The context of this is about an actor and how he is at a certain level of his craft, and he knows that he's that good, but he doesn't allow himself to rise to be all that he can be.
This character, who could be you, could be me, in a sense is all of us. He's a very symbolic character.
This is something that we all experience, and the context happens to be acting, but it's universal in that way.
It's something that everybody can really relate to. And I think that's why this story has very far-reaching appeal.
I read it and I got chills, and you never get chills, but every once in a while you do, and this is something that has to happen.
I was anxious to see what was going to become of it, but I hope you've seen the teaser trailer on the Indiegogo page, because once I saw that, it just blew me away, and I'm even more excited, if that's possible, and now than I was before.
I met these guys in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I moved there to pursue film, and I was working on a couple short films that they were working on, and I fell in love with them.
Right now I'm in Arkansas, and John and the rest, or most of the rest of Reflection Films is in New Mexico.
And really, I could not be happier with the team that we've got working on this thing. Dan and Giannis and Mike and Charles, everyone really excels at what they do.
We are a group of passionate filmmakers.
I've worked with John on many things. It's always been a pleasure to work with him.
Everyone's really looking forward to this project and seeing it as something that they really want to make, something good, something beautiful.
I'm ecstatic to be a part of it. I'm ecstatic that they asked me. I'm ecstatic to roll up my sleeves along with these guys and make this thing a reality. And we need your help. When we get the funding for this piece, it's going to be the beginning of a long trajectory of filmmaking. So you're not only funding a short film, but you're also funding the diving board, the runway for the film company to take off and to keep making film after film after film.
And that's why we're asking for your help and support. With your contributions, we'll be able to feed the cast and the crew. We'll be able to pay them as well, which is a huge part of making sure that everybody's 100% committed to making the project as good as it can be.
We can tell a story 100 different ways. You can do it live on stage, you can do it with an instrument, so you use pitch as the language of communication. You can do it with the printed word as the language of communication. This film is it works beautifully as a film. It uses the strengths of what film can do to help tell this very unique story. The ending of it, every time I read it, I get chills, and specifically because I can picture it as a film.
It's tough for independent filmmakers, but it's beautiful when you can see what people can achieve even without being paid, even without a budget. And we've seen that, and I can only imagine what we can achieve when we can actually say to these people, say to everyone involved, can you give us 100% of your time and really commit to making this project great, what it's meant to be.
If you are visiting the site, thank you for visiting. Please consider donating to this great team of people and for the production of great art. And I hope you're excited as I am to be at the premiere of Those That Play Your Clowns, and I hope to see you there.